Yes, people, welcome back to the Kop TV, another edition of On the Radar, our dedicated transfer show that tells you all the ingoings, if that's even a word, and outgoings at Liverpool Football Club. Today, it's another big one, but before we get into it, a big shout out, as always, to my football club, Liverpool Football Club, right? They've sent me this, and I know you're all saying, oh, Alex, that's amazing. Can you buy that? Of course you bloody can. They're on sale now. And this is to mark the 20th. Does that make you feel old, by the way? That Istanbul was 20 years ago. But it is to mark the 20th anniversary of the miracle of Istanbul. And if you open it up, it comes with this beautiful little card that gives you the information about the anniversary range. Liverpool Football Club and 1.5 are proud to unveil the special edition 2005 Istanbul anniversary jersey, of first in football, celebrating history and innovation. Crafted to commemorate the legendary 05 triumph, the special edition jersey also supports our sustainability ambitions. Bit of a tongue twister, that one. Working together, LFC and 1.5 ensure that the creation of this jersey is as innovative as it is unforgettable. And there's also a picture of one of my favourite ever defenders for Liverpool Football Club, Sami Hyypiä. Yeah, and it's beautiful. They give you this scarf. Wow, look at that. I haven't even opened this yet. The miracle of Istanbul. And then if you turn it over, right, look at that, people. Pictures of all the moments from that fabled night, the mythical night it seems, 20 years ago, just shy of 20 years ago in Istanbul, Turkey. And finally, look at this, you know I like a drink, the miracle of 2005. And there you've got 0-0, 3-0, 3-3, and 3-2 on penalties. So that will be getting drunk on the anniversary. So a massive shout out once again to the football club. But let's get into today's video. Today's On the Radar is focusing specifically on the 22-year-old Germany international from Pulheim, the number 10 for Bayer Leverkusen, another player, that we're looking to at least talk to from Leverkusen, Florian Wirtz. I hope I've pronounced that correctly. So the news is that there was a meeting with Liverpool and Florian Wirtz on Tuesday in England, right? We're currently on Wednesday. This was yesterday, as I was probably releasing the video on Jeremy Frimpong. Also, Manchester City negotiated with the family of Wirtz. His father, Hans, is also his agent. The bosses of FC Bayern, though, are sure that the player will keep his promise to move to Munich. So what it seems like is happening here, people, is that Bayern Munich have gone, we're going to sign you. And he's gone, yeah, no worries. Can we just book a little private jet, please, to the northwest of England? We'll kill two birds with one stone. We'll go to Liverpool and then Man City. And then when they've both offered us shitloads of money, we'll go back to Bayern and say what these guys have offered me. And then we'll get loads more money. Cheers. Nice one, Dad. Super hands. Hangs up the phone. So that's potentially what's at play here. But it is true that his parents and him did make that trip over to the northwest of England. And they obviously had a little meeting, but obviously it goes without saying that they just drove straight past Old Trafford. What's the point? There's no point in going there, is it? Right. The football faithful also reported that Florian Wirtz and his representatives met with Liverpool to discuss a potential move to Anfield on Tuesday. He was pictured in the northwest of England. And he did hold talks with Liverpool and City, and obviously Bayern Munich are also in the frame. He is one of only two players to register double figures for both goals and assists in the Bundesliga this season. Obviously finished second. German outlet Bild have confirmed the meeting as the race to sign Wirtz heats up. The midfielder is regarded as one of Europe's top talents, having evolved into the Bundesliga's best at Bayer Leverkusen, was the player of the season last season. Obviously, they won the league, didn't they, last season, without losing a game. I actually saw him play in the flesh in Dublin last year in the Europa League final, which they obviously lost to Atalanta in. But 16 goals and 13 assists across the Bundesliga and the Champions League is absolutely brilliant. Obviously it is. And now we know, as I said yesterday, Liverpool are expected to invest heavily this summer after winning the Premier League. Well, it's what we want to happen. Whilst Man City have made Wirtz the number one midfield target But still Bayern Munich are in the race, and they're saying, well, listen, you've got to stick to what you confirmed. The contract is reported to contain a release clause in the region of 125 million euros, 105 million pounds. The figure would represent a club record deal for either Liverpool, obviously it would, because our record is Darwin Núñez, I believe, at 85. And Manchester City would break that Jack Grealish fee as well. So, listen, yes, it's exciting that we're talking to some of the most promising midfielders in the world. Big tick. But for me personally, I think this is just a whistle-stop tour between him and his family. His dad, Hans, is obviously his agent. And they've said, look, let's go and have a chat to Man City. They're obviously going to be looking to replacing Kevin De Bruyne. And actually, when you look at the stature of the player, what he can bring, he does look like maybe the next Kevin De Bruyne, but maybe in a more advanced position. I'd have De Bruyne maybe as like a bit further back in midfield rather than being an out-and-out cam or a number 10, trequartista, whatever you want to call that position these days. So don't get too excited by this, Liverpool fans, because he's already kind of made a verbal agreement with Bayern Munich. He's obviously got the private jet over to speak to Man City and Liverpool. But out of those three clubs, I'd have Liverpool as third out of those three in terms of how realistic it is to join one of those three. There seems to be this wretched relationship, especially in the eyes of Bayer Leverkusen fans, between Bayer Leverkusen and Bayern Munich. They just pinch all their top players. Jonathan Tah, he's made the move as well. And you can go well back, can't you, across the years in terms of players that have made that switch to the big rivals in Bayern Munich. So I don't think there's anything to get excited about, to be honest. Yes, there was a meeting held. We know that that meeting was not with Arne Slot. He's still in Ocean Beach Club partying with Wayne Lineker. Don't blame him. We know that the players are in Dubai. So I don't think there's anything really to get too excited about here. He's just doing the due diligence. He's just doing the courtesy call, if you will, to see if we're interested in him, to see how that relationship could work. But I'm pretty sure this fella is either going to Bayern Munich or Manchester City. Now, if you know anything else, get in the chat right now and let me know how realistic do you think this is. I mean, the fee alone, 105 million quid. I cannot see it, especially when we've got McAllister, Szoboszlai, Harvey Elliott, Curtis Jones in that position as well, in terms of that attacking midfielder. But can you imagine a midfield next season? And actually, as the window progresses, I'm thinking, wow, Reinders, Rodri and Wirtz. Some midfield three, that would be for Manchester City. So listen, the meeting has happened. There's no doubt about that. But listen, I've had meetings before where you just know nothing's going to come out the back of it and you just kind of accept that it was a meeting and that's all it was. So Liverpool fans, in the chat right now, how realistic is this? We know that the meeting happened. That is realistic. But how realistic do you think it is that Liverpool outlay 105 million on Florian Wirtz? Again, you know, he's some footballer. I've seen him in the flesh. He obviously has been pulling up trees for Bayer Leverkusen in the league. Not so much in the Champions League. Obviously, we beat them 4-0, didn't we, back in November? So the meeting has happened, but how realistic on a scale of 1 to 10 do you think it is that Liverpool pay that money and bring in Florian Wirtz when there's a load of midfielders that we've already got in that position? So, interesting one to understand, but where does your money lie? Where is he going to? Is it Bayern Munich, which would probably be better for Liverpool, let's face it. We don't really want him to go Man City because it makes them stronger, it makes them more capable to come and take this title away from us next season. Or are you just happy that the meeting has happened? And where else does the rumours kind of stretch to in terms of Dean Huijsen? He's probably looking like he's going to go to Madrid. Surprise, surprise. And we've been linked with Kirkez as well. So listen, before the window is even opened, it's already starting to heat up a bit, and we're having these meetings, we're making advanced talks with Frimpong. So the progress so far is better than expected, considering the window hasn't opened yet. So let me know your thoughts to this one in the comments below. Don't forget, big match preview coming up for the Brighton game. I mean, I might as well do it pissed, to be honest, because I know the players will be on Monday night coming back from Dubai. Just on a side quest, a little side question for you guys. Are Liverpool going to pick up any more points this season? Away at Brighton, at home to Palace. I mean, the way we've been going on this week, partying, I'm not against it, by the way. I'm not against it at all because we've already done the business. There's nothing else we can achieve. But are we going to pick up any more points? Let me know in the chat. But Florian Wirtz, yes, no, realistic or not, downstairs, please, in the chat. Let me know. Smash that like button. Get your comments in. And actually, just like this, at Anfield last night, I was at the LFC's Foundation event with Ladbrokes for the Anfield Open. Like, comment and subscribe. United is shite. There's the LFC Foundation. Mulby loves digestives. You'll understand that once I release the clip of me interviewing Jan Mulby last night. And as always, up the Reds. Take care. 180.